This was 10th versus 11th in the table, so pride was the only thing at stake at Murrayfield for this end-of-season encounter. The last game for Allan Jacobsen in the Edinburgh colours after 285 appearances, and the home fans were hoping he'd go out with a win. Dragons came into the game having beaten Munster in their previous encounter, looking to make it back-to-back wins to wrap up the season. And the visitors made the perfect start. When Toby Faletau, recently selected for the Lions, made the initial surge, he offloaded to Steffan Jones, who ran under the posts for a very good try. Tom Prydie converted, and Dragons were 7-0 up within 5 minutes. However, Edinburgh replied to the early setback with a volley of tries of their own. First, Greig Tonks got over for try number 1 after a perceptive crossfield kick from Harry Leonard. That was Tonks' first try of the season, and a timely one for the home side, who were right back in it as Greig Laidlaw converted to make it 7-all. And in wet conditions, Laidlaw scored a try of his own shortly after that. The scrum half, perhaps a little unlucky not to have made the Lions squad, doing very well to get over the line, and even though he missed the conversion, Edinburgh led 12-7. Fijian Netani Talei was next to get in on the try-scoring act in the 25th minute. The number 8 getting over for the try against the club he's about to join with some tremendous footwork. With that try from the man from Suva, Edinburgh had a comprehensive lead. After Laidlaw converted, it was 19 points to 7. The referee handed out 3 yellow cards in a 4-minute period before the break. Sean Cox and Andrew Coombs went to the bin following some push and shove. The ref Marius Mitrea sending them to the bin for 10 minutes to cool down. And Ross Wardle became the second Dragons man in the bin shortly after that for his tip tackle on Talei. Laidlaw landed the resultant penalty to extend the home side's lead to 22-7. Prydie and Laidlaw swapped penalties before half-time to leave it 25-10 at the break. 2 more Laidlaw penalties into the second half saw Edinburgh 31-10 ahead and seemingly coasting to victory, but Dragons did produce some fire after that. Another Australia-bound line, Dan Lydiate, scored on his final appearance for the Welsh side before his move to Racing Metro. Prydie converted to leave 14 points between the sides, and that margin was reduced further in the 65th minute when Prydie himself crossed over for another Dragons try. He spotted the intercept really well and had the legs to get away. He converted, and it was now a 7-point game with plenty of time remaining. But there would be no further scoring, and Edinburgh wrapped up the season in 10th position, but seemingly going in the right direction under Stevie Scott. Dragons finished 11th, and with some experienced heads on the way for next season, coach Darren Evans will be looking for improvement. The final score in Chunk Jacobsen's last game: Edinburgh 31, Dragons 24.